Hello, Luciana. I'd like to ask you some questions. Please tell me a little bit about yourself, about your background.
Um, okay, so my name is Luciana. I'm 27 years old. I was born in the countryside in the state of São Paulo in Brazil, where I lived until my teenage. Then I moved to the capital, where I lived until I was 25. Then I moved to Dubai, where I live now.
Oh, nice. Why are you living in Dubai now?
I moved to Dubai because I got a job here as a flight attendant. I'm cabin crew for Emirates Airline. It's been 2 years now, 2 years and 1 month. Yeah, that's why I moved for the job.
Oh, nice. And what was it like when you started working as a flight attendant?
So, how was it like?
What was it like when you started working as a flight attendant?
Well, when I start back 8 years ago, was nice. I was just giving it a try. It was never my dream to be a flight attendant. I never knew what was being a flight attendant before I became one. So yeah, it was quite nice. Was I was giving it a try, like because it seemed to be a good thing to try. Yes, out of all the choices I had at the time, it seemed to be like a nice thing, so I did it. Was nice. Was a good opportunity for life. It was how I could start my life on my own. So it was nice.
Yeah, that's interesting. And why did you decide to move to Dubai?
Because I was working for I had been working for 6 years already for TAM. It's a Brazilian airline, and I had reached at that time a position that I couldn't go further than that. I was purser already for 3 years, and I couldn't get anything else. So I was feeling stuck, and I wanted to achieve more. And actually, money wise was actually something that I wanted to improve, and I wasn't getting enough from my previous job in Brazil. So then I decided to try the international company that could give me more, and both sides, money wise and career wise, let's say this. So then I decided to move.
All right, so you thought about your future then.
Yeah.
And what is it like living in Dubai? How is life like there?
Well, it's quite interesting. I like it. I mean, you either like or you hate it living here. It's actually an extreme lifestyle. Like you can compare it to anywhere else. Everything here is extreme. Actually, like it's the weirdest city in the world. You can say it's weird, but it's nice. The weather is crazy. People look crazy. The skyscrapers are crazy, but it's nice. I like it. Like it's very cosmopolitan place. Only 8% of the people who live here are locals, which means that 92% are foreigners or expats, as we are called. So
Okay, like
it's nice. It's interesting. We have people from all over the world, many cultures. Even though we have to not follow, but we have to respect. Like they're all Muslims here, but it's still a little bit open because most of the people are foreigners. So it's interesting. It's quite interesting living here. It's an experience.
yes. And what is your daily routine there in Dubai?
Uh, I would say I don't have a daily routine. Let's analyze a weekly routine. So then, like, I can include more because every day is quite different. I don't work every day at the same time. I don't have the same day off every week. So I don't do the same things every day I'm here. I always do something different. When I'm working, sometimes I work in the morning, in the afternoon, or throughout the night. And on my days off, I usually sleep or go out with my friends, study, or staying with my boyfriend. Yeah, it's ordinary but not
Okay.
ordinary life.
Okay. And do you miss your family back in Brazil?
Yes, I miss. I used to miss more. I'm getting each time more used to living in Dubai and more comfortable with it. I used to miss a lot because I was living in São Paulo for long. I had my freedom. I could go everywhere. I knew a lot about the city already, so it was like I was home. Here, when I first moved, was like everything difficult, everything hard. I didn't know anything about the city or any place to go. But now it's okay because after 2 years, I have like the places I like to go. Have the restaurants I like to eat. So it's feeling like home. So I'm missing Brazil every time less.
Okay, I see. And why did you decide translation and interpretation?
Um, it was a very rational choice, actually. Again, was never my dream to be a translator, but when I started looking for something to study, it seemed like it will fit me very well. That I could, after graduating, I could combine the job with my current job, which I don't plan to quit like just like this. Like when I graduate, I don't think I'm gonna quit my job straight away. But if I could combine in the beginning and then maybe in the future work only with translation, and because of the language as well, it will help me improving my English as I'm living here. So it will be interesting, and I will keep studying the English. That it was my plan from the beginning. Yeah, I choose because it fit me well.
Okay, right. And what are your hobbies?
My hobbies are pretty much reading and watching movies. I'm not very active, like I'm not very exercising girl or fit girl. I don't exercise much, so just reading, watching books, eating. These are my hobbies.
Okay. And how do you see your life in 10 years from now?
Wow. No, I don't see it. It's too far. I don't know. I don't know. I've been planning up to 4 years from now, so this is how I this is how long I plan to stay here in Dubai for more 4 years so far. So yeah, and then after that I have no idea. So up to 4 years, I see myself graduated. I see myself resigning from Emirates and finally stop with flying and maybe working only with translation at home, raising my kids. And when they go to school, I can do my job.
Okay, nice. And I have a last question for you. Could you sum up your wishes for yourself and leave a message for the world?
Okay. Sum up the wishes for myself and leave a message to the world. That's tricky. I don't know how to answer. um, I don't know. I would say, I mean, the world the world usually blames the world itself. I mean, everyone in the world likes to blame someone else for something they don't get or something that they got wrong. So I would say to the world, please have your shit done. Don't blame anyone else if you don't get it, because I mean, if you don't get it, it's your fault. I mean, sorry, because it's not that this little story that opportunity. Not everyone has opportunity. Hmm, yeah, it can be, but maybe if you look for it, you may find it. So yeah, go world.
Okay, right. Thank you so very much for your answers. And that was my interview for you.
Okay, let's turn around now. So my turn. Should we go straight away?
Yeah, you can start.
Okay. So Paulo, why have you decided to study translation and interpretation?
Well, I started working with language when I was 16 years old. It's something I really like doing. Actually, it's not my first option. I really want to be a psychologist, but it was a course that was interesting and I could do it online. So I wish I could work from home as well. So that's why I decided to join my knowledge of language and working at home. So that's why I decided to be a translator.
Nice. And do you have any background on the field? Like,
Well, when I applied for the course, I at the same time I looked for any internship and I found it. So I worked for 1 year as an intern in a big company, the biggest translation company in the world. So it was really a good experience for myself. I never imagined myself working for them. So after 1 year, they decided to be with me and to hire me, and now I work for them. So most of the time I work with translations nowadays.
okay, so you are already working with it. Nice. Lucky you.
Yeah, and I've been enjoying.
Nice. When you graduate, which specific area would you like to specialize in?
Well, I like a more communicative area. For example, I don't like straightforward translations like to technical or anything related to legal translation. No, I don't like that. I like the kind of translation in which I can be free to make up my own sentences with the source text, also give myself to the translation, a free translation, so to speak. So that's the kind of translation I prefer doing.
Beautiful. And do you think the choice for a career should be related to someone's personality or for someone's needs?
It depends. How is your life at the moment? Of course, I choose the first one. Yeah, you should choose the career that you think you're good at. So it doesn't matter about the money or something else, but the career you like doing every day. But if you don't have any kind of job and you need to money, you need money
to support your family,
support your
whatever you find.
fine. Yeah, but if you have opportunities in your life, of course, go straight ahead to the first one.
That's reasonable. And apart from languages, what's obviously you enjoy, which other interests do you have in life?
Well, I like reading. I love reading and listening to music, sad songs, by the way. I love psychology. I really enjoy. I read about psychology every day, and I enjoy traveling and driving, eating, sleeping, and watching sometimes, and spending my time with my real friends.
With my real friends. Would you consider taking a course on psychology, like after you conclude your current studies?
Well, I'd love to. The problem is that for the moment I'm living the countryside and here there is no college at all, and I couldn't find this course online. Of course, it's going to be hard to find a psychology course online. So that's why I haven't applied for this course up to now. But who knows, one day if I can find a course nearby or I don't know, any kind of course that offers psychology online, maybe one day I can apply for it.
Yeah, maybe. What do you think about people who live abroad? Would you ever consider yourself living abroad?
Actually, I lived abroad once. When I started studying languages, I knew I had to have a certificate, a foreign certificate. So that's why I moved to France. It was a really good experience because they are quite different from us. So living there, the weather, the culture, the language, and going to school every day. So it was pretty interesting, and it added so much to my personality and to my experience and to everything that I am now. So I think everybody should have this opportunity one day in life to not only visit, but to immerse in the culture, then you
know how people live,
how they are, how they live every day. So I think it's very interesting for everybody.
Nice. Yeah, you'll be. If you could make this move again, like if you would live abroad again, Where would you choose?
Well, it's for the weather, I'd choose to live in Ushuaia, in Argentina. It's really cold all the year round there, so I think it's gonna be a very good place. I don't know, maybe German. I don't think I'd like to live in US. I have many friends there, but I don't know. I don't like their culture very much. Well, it's a hard question, but maybe an European country again. It would be a good experience.
Cold one.
Again.
A cold place.
Yes, for sure. Any cold place.
Okay.
I could go.
And do you think it would be possible to keep your job as a translator or an interpreter if you move there?
Yes, for sure. Because then I can take my laptop with me and work wherever I am. So when I travel, for example, I intend to spend 3 months in the US at a friend's house, so I'm gonna take there with me, and I have to work there to make my money also. So it's another good reason to be a translator. You can work wherever you are and get your money, make your money.
Nice, nice. And what do your relatives and friends think about your job? Do they support you?
Well, as I work at home, many people, I'm not doing anything. So, Paulo, can you do that for me? Can you go downtown? Can you? I said, no, I can't. I'm working. I'm not seeing videos in front of the computer. So I think it's the hardest part to realize that you're inside your house, but you're working. So lock the door, close everything for people not know I'm here.
I empathize with you because many people think I'm just traveling around, seeing the words. They don't consider the 12 hours I spend into the plane working, by the way. Well, thank you so much for your answers. That's it. We did it.
Thank you, Jan.
Thank you. Here it's all. Bye. Thank you so very much.
Now I have to disconnect the thing. Where is it? Where is it? Okay. Ok. Ok. Eu acho que eu não gravei. Pegadinha do malandro!